So guys, today we're going to be talking about easily the worst character inside of Marvel Rivals, that sadly being Wolverine, one of the characters that I was most excited about when this game came out, and he is really fun, don't get me wrong, but his overall kit doesn't really support the playstyle that Wolverine is meant to be playing, or the playstyle that you think he should be playing. Now there is one tip that we're going to be going over in this video that will make Wolverine at least a little bit better in your hands, but overall, bro is still easily the worst character in the game. We're going to be talking about him here in today's video. So let's just jump straight into it. First off with Wolverine's basic abilities. First off, his normal attack is called Savage Claw, where he will slash with his adamantium claws for a claw strike, and unleashing Feral Leap will enhance it to a Berserk Claw strike for a brief period. Now, this is the definition of a melee attack because you literally have zero range with this ability, which is insane considering that we live in a world where Iron Fist can literally deal with Iron Man, just any flying characters at all, and he can even just have free lock-on with the amount of lunge range that he has on that attack. But that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to Feral Leap, his next ability, where he will leap like an animal and snatch the first enemy upon impact and smash them to the ground. Unleashing this ability will of course enhance his normal attack to Berserk Claw Strike, which will basically just increase your rate of fire with your Savage Claw normal attack. He then also has Undying Animal, where he'll unleash a fierce howl to briefly reduce incoming damage, as well as Vicious Rampage, where he will dash forward and unleash a claw strike. Now, Vicious Rampage has a very short cooldown, but also doesn't really get you all that far, so this is meant to kind of be paired with your Savage Claw to kind of close the distance on enemies, since your Savage Claw melee attack has literally zero range. Now going on to his two passives, first he has Regenerative Healing Factor, where he'll begin to heal and rise with a hefty bonus health, shaking off all debuffs after a brief moment. Any remaining bonus health morphs into a one-off heal, zeroing out his rage, and assists and KOs reduce this passive's cooldown. He then also has Berserker Rage, where rage will build up when Wolverine attacks or takes hits, boosting the damage of his claw strikes and the bonus health from his Healing Factor passive. He then also has one team-up ability with the Hulk, where when Wolverine and Hulk interact with each other and both parties confirm, Hulk can lift Wolverine and press a key to hurl him forward, basically giving Wolverine a free use of his Feral Leap without there being a cooldown. Really, I think there is a little cooldown for Fastball Special, but it basically gives you two uses of your Feral Leap ability, which can be good to start off engagements because you do want to be using Feral Leap to do that, to give you your enhanced normal attack. Now, overall, is Wolverine a fun character? Yes, 100%, but his lackluster damage, not great survivability and movement tools compared to the other melee-focused duelist characters in this game just doesn't compare. Compared to an Iron Fist, Wolverine is literally trash, considering that Iron Fist has insane lunge range, 3 or 4 jumps, and just the most insane amount of movement, as well as a wall run ability. He then also has a heal and a block, which is just so much better than Wolverine. Same thing for characters like Psylocke, who isn't really melee focused, but fulfills a similar role, where she can also get bonus health from just landing one of her abilities. Yeah, overall, it's not looking very good here for Wolverine. But if we head over to Marvel Rivals' official website, you do actually get way more in-depth descriptions of characters' abilities, and for Savage Claw, there is a percentage damage here which reads that you deal damage equal to 1.5% of the target's maximum health, with an extra 0.045% damage for each point of rage. Now what that basically means is that if you are targeting a Vanguard unit, say Venom, Doctor Strange, etc., you'll be doing more damage to them because they have a larger health pool. If you're going up against a duelist or a strategist, because they only have like maximum 200 to 300 HP, you're going to be doing by default less damage, which really sucks considering that in this game there is no role queue, so there is no demand for the enemy team to even have a tank, and if the team doesn't have a tank, you're basically going to be doing less damage compared to every other DPS unit in the game pretty much. This doesn't really make sense to me whatsoever. I don't know what they were thinking when they were saying, oh yeah, let's have him do more damage to tanks, but then less damage to every other character in the game. Now, don't get me wrong, when you do land these Savage Claw attacks on a tank, you do insane damage to them. And I mean absolutely insane. It's really good. Really satisfying to just absolutely annihilate people like Venom, Magneto, all them. Very satisfying to do. But once again, if they're being healed and the enemy team has 2 healers at least, your damage just gets mitigated immediately, and you feel like a wasted character that could have been an Iron Fist or any other DPS unit at all, and you probably would have gotten way more value out of any other character. Now, that being said, obviously there are top 500 players who are very, very good at Wolverine and can absolutely annihilate tanks and then go in and annihilate the enemy team's backline with supports and DPSs. But compared to the normal player, Wolverine here is really, really lackluster, and I'm really, really on my knees here praying that Wolverine gets some kind of change heading into Season 1. That obviously, I believe, comes out beginning of January, so maybe the addition of brand new characters and maps, take a look at past characters, especially Wolverine here, and maybe buff some of his abilities. I would say Savage Claw definitely needs to be doing more damage to the other types of characters, so not just have him be a tank buster, have him do at least some amount of decent damage to other DPS and strategist characters. Let's actually just compare. So base damage on his Claw Strike is 15 per strike. We actually go to more heroes here. Let's look at how much damage is Iron Fist doing on a basic ability of his punches. We can just pull this up. Yes, that. First 4 strikes deal 32 damage, with the 5th strike dealing 55. That is an insane difference compared to Wolverine's 15 damage. Now, I know that Wolverine, of course, has his rage ability, but like, that just doesn't even compare, bro. It's not even comparable at all. Because rage, you need to either take damage or deal damage, and because bro has no range at all, the rage isn't going to be built up quickly by you dealing damage, it's going to be built up quickly by you taking damage, and then Undying Animal doesn't really do all that much at all. And if you're already at low health, your generative healing factor is going to be used up, and then you're just going to get annihilated anyway, before you even get to 100% rage. Unless I'm missing something here, this is a really weak kit, and should really, really get changed inside of Season 1 of Marvel Rivals. And that's just me. I have played Wolverine a bunch, or at least a little bit. I got one good game with him, and that's the gameplay you've been seeing here in the background. But yeah, bro, overall, I just don't know what they were thinking with this character. His skins look really, really cool, and that's probably why a lot of people are playing him and trying to make him somewhat good. But, like, he's just not. Compared to the other characters like Iron Fist, Psylocke, even Winter Soldier with his melee combos, Spider-Man, especially just other melee characters outclass Wolverine in every single way, and it really, really sucks because bro looks so cool, has a really fun kit when it works, but just doesn't do much at all. So, fingers crossed here, bro, that he can get some changes heading into Season 1 or before Season 1 comes out, just something along those lines. But yeah, that's it from me here today. Those are my thoughts on Wolverine and his entire kit breakdown. Hopefully you guys have learned something. If you want to play Wolverine, be sure to be going after those tanks with that percentage damage on his Savage Claw. Going to be getting a little bit more out of Wolverine if you do that. But overall, bro is still quite bad. Hopefully receives some changes sometime soon. And yeah, that's it from me here today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video or found it informative. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe. That's it from me here today. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.